Arsenal are back in training, full focus ahead of Coventry City clash. Arsenal are back at the training ground and the message from Mikel Arteta and his squad is very clear. The Community Shield celebrations are over and now all attention is on the Premier League. The Gunners have barely had time to enjoy their impressive 3-0 victory over Manchester City before turning their attention to the first league match of the new season. And what a way to start it! Arsenal will welcome newly promoted Coventry City to the Emirates Stadium on Friday, August 21st for the opening match of the 2026/27 Premier League campaign. This is not just another game. For Arsenal, it is the beginning of their Premier League title defence. For Coventry, it is their return to the top flight after 25 years. And with both clubs carrying completely different ambitions into the match, the Emirates is expected to be full of energy. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss any Arsenal updates on this channel until the next. The champions are back to work. Arsenal enter this match with confidence. Just days ago, they defeated Manchester City 3-0 in the Community Shield, producing a performance that showed exactly why they are the reigning Premier League champions. The victory was even more impressive because Arsenal did not simply scrape through. They dominated the match. Ricardo Calafiori opened the scoring after only 23 seconds, Kai Havertz added another goal, and Martin Odegaard completed the victory. Christos Tzolis was also heavily involved, providing 2 assists. That result gave Arsenal their first trophy of the new campaign, but Arteta knows the Community Shield is only the beginning. Now the pressure becomes much greater. The Premier League is the competition Arsenal spent 22 years waiting to win, and this time they are not chasing the title, they are defending it. The title defence starts against Coventry. Arsenal's first Premier League opponent will be Coventry City. The Sky Blues won the championship last season and have returned to the Premier League for the first time since 2001. That makes this fixture extremely special for Coventry. They will arrive at the Emirates with nothing to lose. Arsenal, however, will have enormous expectations. Everyone will expect the champions to win. Everyone will expect Arsenal to dominate. Everyone will expect Arteta's team to start the season with 3 points. But football does not work like that. Coventry will be motivated. Their players will want to make history. Their supporters will want to enjoy every second of their return to the Premier League. And Arsenal will have to match that intensity from the first whistle. Arteta demands full focus. This is where the training sessions become so important. After a major victory against Manchester City, it would be easy for players to relax. But Arteta cannot allow that. The team has to reset immediately. The Community Shield is history. The celebrations are history. Now it is about Coventry. Arteta will want his players focused on tactical details, pressing patterns, defensive organisation, attacking movements and set pieces. The objective is to start the league season strongly, because Arsenal know that dropping points early can create unnecessary pressure later in the campaign. A strong opening, on the other hand, can create momentum. Key players are getting ready. One of the biggest positives for Arsenal is that several important players are now returning to full involvement after their extended post-World Cup breaks. Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka and Martin Zubimendi were all confirmed available for the Community Shield after returning to training later than some of their teammates. That gives Arteta more options. Saka brings creativity and direct attacking quality. Rice gives Arsenal power, defensive protection and control in midfield. Zubimendi provides intelligence and balance in the centre of the pitch. And with Martin Odegaard also ready, Arsenal have a midfield capable of controlling matches. Bruno Guimaraes could be another big weapon. Another major talking point is Bruno Guimaraes. The Brazilian midfielder is one of Arsenal's biggest summer additions, and his arrival has increased competition in midfield. He impressed during the Community Shield victory over Manchester City, giving Arsenal another physical and technically gifted option in the middle of the pitch. His presence could be extremely important throughout the season. Arsenal will be fighting across the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. That means Arteta cannot rely on the same midfield 3 every week. He needs quality options. Bruno gives him exactly that. Tzolis has given Arsenal fans another reason to be excited. Christos Tzolis has also emerged as one of the players attracting attention. The winger's performance against Manchester City was one of the highlights of the Community Shield. 2 assists, constant movement, direct attacking, and a willingness to take on defenders. His performance has increased excitement around what he can offer Arsenal this season. With competition for attacking positions becoming stronger, Tzolis has already given Arteta another reason to consider him, and the Coventry match could be another opportunity for him to make an impression. injury situation still matters. However, Arsenal are not entering the season with a completely perfect squad. William Saliba remains unavailable because of a back injury, while Jurrien Timber is still recovering from his groin problem. Arteta previously indicated that Timber needed more time before returning to full training. That means Arsenal need to be careful. The season has only just started. There is no reason to rush injured players back and risk making the situation worse. The Premier League campaign is long. Champions League football will soon add even more matches. Then there are the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Arteta needs his squad healthy for the long run. The defence will be tested. Without Saliba and with Timber still recovering, Arsenal's defensive depth will immediately be tested. Gabriel remains an important leader at the back. Ben White provides experience and versatility. Christian Mosquera has also strengthened the defensive options. Piero Hincapié gives Arteta another left-sided defensive option. The challenge is making sure the defensive unit remains organised. Coventry may defend deeply and look for counter-attacking opportunities. Arsenal will probably have a lot of possession. That means the defenders have to stay alert. One mistake can change a match. Arsenal must start fast. There is another reason why the opening minutes could be important. Arsenal know Coventry will be full of confidence. If the Gunners can score early, it could change the entire atmosphere. But if Coventry survive the opening period and begin believing they can get something from the game, the pressure could increase. So expect Arsenal to start aggressively, high pressing, quick passing, wide attacks, overlapping fullbacks, and plenty of movement around the Coventry penalty area. Arteta will want his team to establish control immediately. The mentality of champions. Perhaps the biggest difference this season is Arsenal's mentality. Last year they were chasing the Premier League trophy. Now they have to defend it. That brings a completely different kind of pressure. Opponents will raise their level against Arsenal. Away teams will be more defensive. Every Arsenal defeat will become a major story. Every drop point will be analysed. Every player will face higher expectations. That is the price of being champions. But Arsenal have already shown they can handle pressure. Winning the Community Shield against Manchester City was the perfect way to begin the new campaign. Now they must prove that the hunger remains. 4 trophies are waiting. Arsenal's season is not only about Coventry. The Gunners are preparing for a campaign across 4 major competitions: Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. The Premier League is obviously the priority, but Arteta will want to compete for everything. The Champions League represents the biggest European opportunity. The FA Cup provides another chance to add domestic silverware. The Carabao Cup gives the squad another route to a trophy. That is why squad depth will become so important. The new Arsenal has big ambitions. Arsenal have already started the season with a trophy. Now they want more. The players are returning to training with full focus. The coaching staff are preparing the tactical plan. The medical team are managing player fitness. And the supporters are getting ready for another long journey. The target is not simply to win one match against Coventry. The target is to build momentum. Win the first game, then win the next, then keep improving. And when the Champions League begins, be ready to compete with Europe's biggest clubs. Coventry will not be easy. Arsenal should be favourites, but they cannot underestimate Coventry. Frank Lampard's side are returning to the Premier League with enormous motivation. They have strengthened their squad and will want to prove that they belong at this level. For many Coventry players, walking into the Emirates will be a huge moment, but once the whistle goes, emotions disappear. It becomes a football match, and Arsenal will need to be professional. No complacency, no unnecessary mistakes, no slow start, just focus. The Emirates is ready. Friday night at the Emirates could be special. The Premier League trophy will be back in the stadium. Arsenal supporters will be ready to see their champions begin the defence. New signings will be introduced to the home crowd. Young players will be looking for opportunities, and the established stars will be expected to lead. The atmosphere could be incredible, but the players have to turn that atmosphere into performance. One message: focus on Coventry. For Arsenal, the message is simple. Forget Manchester City, forget the Community Shield, forget the celebrations. Coventry is next. The Premier League title defence starts now. Every point matters, every goal matters, every clean sheet matters, every training session matters, and every player has to be ready. Arteta will demand concentration from the first minute of training until the final whistle on Friday. The big question, can Arsenal start their title defence with a convincing victory? Can Victor Gyökeres continue his strong form? Can Solis produce another impressive performance? Can Bruno Guimaraes control the midfield? Can Saka make the difference? Can Rice return to full fitness? And can Arsenal keep another clean sheet? Those questions will be answered at the Emirates. But one thing is already clear. Arsenal are ready to work. The champions are back in training. The Community Shield is already in the trophy cabinet. And now the biggest challenge begins. And that's the latest from Arsenal. The Gunners are back in training with one thing on their minds: Coventry City. The Community Shield is already history, and now Arsenal must turn that winning momentum into 3 Premier League points. The champions are ready. Saka, Rice, Odegaard, Bruno Guimaraes, Solis and the rest of the squad will be looking to make a strong statement as the title defence begins. But can Arsenal start the new Premier League season with a big win at the Emirates? What's your prediction for Arsenal versus Coventry City? Drop your score prediction in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notification S for more Arsenal news, transfers, training updates and breaking stories. The champions are back. The title defence starts now. COIG.